Hello everyone and welcome back to the 14.1 part tutorial of how to model the island. We're going to continue with this air conditioner. I have three more things of course that I want to do, but uh, yeah, let's start with them, okay? So we have this air conditioner and right now it doesn't look that good. Even if I press 3 it looks smooth, but that's pretty much it, okay? So what we will do here is I'm gonna take this section here because this section won't affect whatever is going to go on this area where the the engine supposed to be. So I'm gonna right click, choose edge, double click on this edge, edge control, uh, control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. Whoa. Oh no, shift bevel. Sorry, shift right click bevel. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm gonna double click on both of them and expand them a little bit like so, maybe even a little bit more. I'm gonna take this section here, okay, this, and oh well, I'm in a little bit of trouble here. Okay, I'm gonna again double click on them or just simply switch back to edges, bring them near here to about that. I'm gonna grab this edge, edge ring, control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split, double click on this one, shift right click bevel edge. Let's grab this one, shift double click on this one, switch to selection, to scale tool, sorry, and put this one here. Okay, let's do it once again. Edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. Double click on this edge, shift right click, bevel edge. Double click on this one, double click on that one, and bring this over here. So we have frame. See this frame? This is nice frame. So we can grab now this and that, and I don't know if I want to extrude both of them. It will be a little bit odd to do this. So I'm gonna double click on this edge. No, I'm gonna make another edge, guys. Sorry. Edge. Let's grab this, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. Double click on this one, and I will move this one to be next to this one. So I want only this section here, and I want it to be framed. So I'm gonna grab this one and go the ear, grab this one at the same time, extrude them inside, switch to scale tool, and scale them that way with this axis. Okay, so both of them are inserted inside, and here I'm going to press F8, bring it back to object mode, right click edge, let's grab this edge, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split, double click on this one, shift right click bevel edge, double click this one, double click this one. We want to maintain the inner frame inside there, so I'm creating those extra edge loops. I don't want to extrude it in a wrong way. Edge ring utilities to edge ring and split on this edge, double click on this one, shift right click bevel edge, double click on this edge, double click on that edge, scale tool, move them upwards to maintain the inner frame on this direction. So you see we have a frame here inside now. This is what this was all about, okay? Now that way we add all this geometry without interfering our two mains. I made it exactly in the middle, so no problem there. And you can that way also determine how you want this to be. If I press 3, you will see what happened. We will have this thing here. Now I want this to be a little bit lower. I mean, like, narrow it down. So I'm gonna switch to 4 view, front view. I don't know, something's wrong with Maya and my computer now. I'm gonna grab these vertices here and I'm gonna lower them. No, not these. Let's take a look at the side at the same time. It will be easier for me to know better. Okay, yeah. I guess these are the ones that I need to take. So I'm gonna lower them a little bit down just to narrow a little bit this thing. Okay, it was a little bit too much. We can lower it even more. Now I'm gonna press F8, bring it back to object mode, shift right click, insert edge loop. Let's make sure we reset the tool. I'm gonna add one edge loop here and one edge loop there. And I'm gonna take this one here, extrude it up. But before I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do the same thing here, and I will do them at the same time. So I will extrude them at the same time. I'm gonna do this one, that one, fine. Right click face, let's grab this face. Let's grab this face and extrude them up. Just slide up, okay, because we are maintaining edge loops there. So this one, extrude one to the depth that we want, and then just a little one more to exactly where we want this to be. Okay, like you see, I created the edge that way, supporting edge. I'm gonna now press F8, bring it back to object mode, shift right click, insert edge loop, or maybe better, edging utilities to edging and split, shift right click, bevel edge, grab these two edges here, and now they will be the maintaining edges that will be inserted into this holder. See, like so. Now I need two more edges that I will add manually. One is here and one is there, and I need to do the same here. One here and one there. Okay, if I press 3 now, this area will look good. I hope so. The only way to really see it is to remove the wireframes on shaded, and you see it looks pretty nice that way. The only problem that I just felt like I made while I brought them down to narrow this a little bit, basically I took an edge that I wanted to have here. So I'm gonna bring this edge back and press 3. Hopefully this will somewhat, well, I know there is something here that just doesn't work good, and I'm feeling I know what it is. I'm gonna add two edge loops, one here. Okay, you see this one? Basically this edge doesn't have any edges that supports it here in this area. So we need to have them in order to, you see the stretch here? Just, you can see it when you are not in wireframe on shaded mode. So now, hopefully, when I will remove my selection, I won't see this stretching. See? No stretching. It looks flat. It looks good. Oh, there is stretching. I'm a little bit concerned here with that. I mean, there will always be some sort of stretching, but I didn't expect too much of that stretching. Maybe this is just because they are not too close. Trying to understand what I've done here better. Okay, I think I have a clue, but I'm again not sure about that. I think I know what's the problem. Here it is. Go away. See here, this edge also doesn't have here edge that supports it. Doesn't have here edge to support this. And this one is too far, so they are really not doing their job. Let me see what I've done. Just down here. Alright. Let me undo that first. Okay, so this one and that one. And this one should have one as well. Let's press 3. Let's press F8. And here you go. It looks a little bit better that way. I still see stretched here. You see this area? And I think that the reason for this is just to have more edge loops. One here. Edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. So these two, to bring them near, like so. And here we have, so Let's hope for not having too much stretch there. Yeah, it looks better that way. It looks good. I'm satisfied that way. That's fine. Okay, so we had these two handles. Both of them are basically for two people to bring them up. And we can, of course, go and take these here, these faces, and if you already want, you can like grab these too, because these are borders, so you can extrude those borders in that manners, but just make sure you grab all of them. Okay, like this and like that. I don't know, if you want, you can extrude them. This is what I'm trying to say, but you don't have to do this. And what I will do here is now I'm gonna, oh, sorry, I'm gonna right click, choose face. I'm gonna grab this, shift double click on this one, and I'm gonna do the same down here for this strip. These strips, I created them at the beginning of this tutorial, and I just wanted to add this detail later. So now we are doing this. I'm gonna extrude this, and you can basically push them inside. But what will happen here is, you see here how it goes? It's not doing this pretty well. So you can switch maybe to to scale tool, but because the scale is here, it will affect almost the same on it. So I'm gonna undo this extrusion, and I'm gonna do this only to one by one. I'm gonna grab only this strip, extrude it, switch to scale tool, and let's see if this will help us. Okay, so it's pushing it, at least it doesn't do any, it does maintain some sort of alignment, but the scale of the frame is not correct. So we will need to do this manually by squeezing only this axis, okay, and then bring them a little bit like so, maybe bring this a little bit like so, okay. So you see I created a frame here, and I can now shift right click, insert edge loop. I'm going to insert one edge loop here, one edge loop here, one here. Oops, let's add one here, one here. I'm gonna go back up here, and I will need to do this here and there and here and here and there and there. Press 3, and we have sort of a cover, top cover for it. We can do the same down here. Let's do this. Right click, choose face. We can do it a little bit lower. I mean, like thinner curve. That was really hard one. I mean, it's too obvious, it's too open, so I prefer to do them basically more scaled in scale like this, or even lower than that. So extrude, switch to scale tool, do the same thing, make sure that the frame here looks perfect. I ain't gonna touch it, and I just simply had those extra edge loops that needed to be here. One here, one there, another one here. I'm not doing this correctly. Let me position my camera that way. So this has two. Here we need two. And we need up there another two. Press 3, press F8, and you can see this is nice, right? I like it. Don't say that you don't like it. It looks awesome. So now that we've done with this, um, I don't want to get into problems with this part of the engine. So I can, well, you know what? Let's for now just make sure we do something here, finishing with this. I'm gonna double click on this one, double click on this one. I'm gonna extrude them just a little bit inside, switch to move tool, just a little bit like so, like that. Press extrude once again. Tap on one of those cubes, grab the middle one and expand it. If I will expand it too much, it will peek out, you see? So I'm gonna make sure it's not peeking too much out, well, not peeking at all out, and that way I maintain this at its position. I'm gonna now extrude it once again, and I'm gonna extrude it just a little bit to make another extra edge loop. I can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm doing this on the fly there. Now I'm pulling this over here, extruding this one again, switch to move tool, bring this just a little bit there, so you see another extra edge loop, and then mesh, fill hole. I'm not sure that both of them, yeah, both of them got this fill hole. I can grab this one, extrude, tap on one of those cubes, grab the middle one, and do something such as this, and then mesh tools, sorry, edit mesh, poke faces. Okay, press F8. I'm still missing some edge loops here. I'm gonna insert my camera inside this drum here, sort of drum. I'm gonna insert a few edge loops, one here, one there, one here, and one there. Okay, where is this one has gone? I added one here, I'm almost sure about that. Okay, this one, and I will do the same down there. So let's just go in. Have you ever felt how this is to be inside an air conditioner? Anyway, I have to do one here just to maintain this one, and I will do another one here, which is already has this. Press 3, press F8, make sure that's all correct. Nice. Let's grab this little one. J to rotate this. Switch to move tool. You want to make sure that it's really centered on the center of the propeller head. So if it is, then good. We're gonna use this. We have this vertex there, right? That when we poke this face. So I'm gonna rely on that. Just gonna go on wireframe on shaded to see this. Hold on the V key and move it into place. Scale it down to about that size. Move it forward, by the way. You can also grab all these faces there and move them forward, but you will need to chamfer this vertex and do this grow selection option, at least to get the entire thing. I will show you how to do this. Let's say right click, choose vertex. Let's grab this one, shift right click, chamfer vertex. Right click, choose face. Let's grab this face. Shift, you have select, grow, right? Click on this, it will grow selection according to the middle one. Do this again. You see this sign? Look for them, those two on your keyboard. This is the grow, this is the shrink. So together with shift, this is what it's done. It's doing, and I'm grabbing only the faces like so, and I can simply go and move this a little bit back like so. Okay, let's do the same here. Vertex, shift right click, chamfer it, right click face, shift those arrow. Okay, and I'm gonna move this back a little bit. Press F8, bring it back to object mode. Let's grab this fan, Control D to duplicate this. Move this here. Let's press 3. Nice one. Gonna grab this. Hold down the J key. Rotate this. Switch to scale tool. Move this into place. Let's use our axis to, well, to put this in the center. You can see it's in the center. It's using this edge here, this crossing edge, and this edge to put it in the center. Now, maybe sometimes it won't be that centered, so play with it. I'm gonna put one grill here. Let's make sure we can see the entire grill, like so. Control D to duplicate this one. Move this here. On the y-axis it's centered, we just need it to be exactly aligned with this edge. So here you go, we have this, and I'm gonna see you at the next part. I want this to also be somewhat short. So thank you for watching. Let's save this, by the way, and we will meet at the next part. Okay, guys? Just a little bit more add-on. This, you know, this little stands and maybe something that I wanna add here and at that side. We shall see. Okay? See you.